Next, we'll discuss the hammer and the nail. Now, in Wing Chun, the nail is the limb. All right, it would be the fist or whatever tool you use with the limb, the upper limb or the lower limb. Okay, the hammer is the body. So when you strike the opponent, you don't just throw nails. You throw a nail, right? But it has to be hammered. In other words, it has to be pressed from the body. If you're not getting much body structure and body alignment and body movement, right, you're not able to nail them properly, right? So the idea behind Wing Chun is you always have to have the two components, the nail and the hammer. If the nail lands, okay, then it has to get hammered where the opponent feels the next strike. All right? That's the hammer and the nail. Every Wing Chun person needs to know the hammer and the nail. Wing Chun has a concept of Wing Chun to the fourth power. And what I mean by that is switching and alternating, transitioning. I just introduced the hammer and the nail, but also there has to be an understanding that sometimes you can just nail people, and then sometimes you can just hammer people. Then sometimes you can transition from nail to hammer, or from hammer to nail, or from hammer to hammer, or from nail to nail. So in that way you have 4 different ways. So I call that Wing Chun to the fourth power. And just to illustrate, I'll give you some examples. If I use simply my hands and I strike my opponent, okay, so I use nail to nail, okay, that's without me using body structure, okay, that's a common scenario. Even other systems use this all the time. What this is basically I must strike the opponent. I'm using fast combinations with the hands. Those are throwing out nails, all right. The second transition that we have is the hand leads first, but then next is the body. So then I'm able to strike the opponent with the body. Or he strikes me and I use the nail to stop him, right? And then I use the next as a body shot to make him fly. All right? So that's nail to hammer transition or hand to body transition. All right? I can also pummel my opponent with my body. If I pummel him with my body, what I do is I'm using hammer to hammer transition or body to body transition. In this way, my whole body and nail is linked together. So he strikes me and I use the bridge. Here I have body structure to stop him. Then I strike him again with body structure. I don't use speed. I use body structure so that I'm able to hold my position and use my body to absorb his power. All right? That is nail is a hammer to hammer transition. All right. The last one is hammer to nail transition. All right. In this way, I'm using my body structure. I meet him first with my body structure. I got my position. All right. And I can strike him, but then I just simply use a quick, fast shot with my hand. All right. That's body to hand transition. So if you're able to alternate all 4 of these, then you're an expert in Wing Chun. All right. So let's use it as using the analogy. It's nail to nail, nail to hammer, hammer to nail, hammer to hammer. Or if you want to use it in another way of explaining it, it's hand to hand transition, hand to body transition, body to hand transition, and body to body transition. Understanding all 4 of them will give you a rich variety of techniques and applications.